name is Nathan Daggett, and I've been going to church at the gates since the dawn of time, 2010. I think the heart behind having 5,000 meals is just pursuing those who are near to us but far from Christ, and making sure that we're moving towards them in a way that they can know the gospel and be able to make a decision about Jesus. I ended up giving a guy a ride who I know a little bit, and not for super long though, and he's got some issues with substance abuse, and he had some things on that were kind of some satanic paraphernalia things, and so I assumed that he probably had some interesting like religious beliefs or takes, and so we went on this drive, and yeah, we just talked a little bit, and he was talking about life and sharing some of his life and just how he's feeling and doing, and just that he was feeling pretty at the end of his rope, and that he wants to do good and be good, but he just like can't, and he's really struggling, I think, with a lot of things, and just a lot of ideals of how life would be fixed if he did X, Y, Z, you know, and he's going to be going soon to a Christian rehab place. And so we talked a little bit about some of the things that he brought up. And I just said that like I want the best for him and all those good things that he wants, but with the addition of just having him come to know Jesus. And we talked about Jesus for a little bit and just of who he is. And I ended up sharing with him my story and my testimony that he was probably surprised by, that I actually ended up overdosing as well and giving my life to Christ that next day, and just realizing like I can't do this anymore and I need God. And so we talked a little bit about that, and then also the claims of Jesus and who he said he was, and that he is the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one comes to the Father but through him, and that he's really the only way to God, and that he who's seen Jesus has seen the Father, and what that means and what Jesus claimed in that. And I think that's just what he expressed, that that's what he's been, I think, missing in terms of his understanding of God. And he believes in God, he just hasn't really got it yet. I think that it was really cool because a lot of opportunities I just miss, and most of my opportunities I miss, or I'm afraid or nervous or any of those things. But I think God just showed me that like those conversations are possible and don't have to be like heated or adversarial or any of those things, and that we need to really take those opportunities, not with our like eloquent words or wisdom, but with just the simple gospel, and let it do what it does, you know? I was just telling him that my prayer for him is for him to come to know Jesus like I've come to know Jesus, and that he would know that that is the truth, you know, and that he really is the way, the truth, and the life. I think God showed me a lot of things. I think that there's really a lot of need and a lot of just really lost people out here that we don't really tend to think about a lot of times in the church. And that's also one of the good things with this, is it helps us to get out there and realize that once again, if we've kind of lost sight of that. And also that, you know, the gospel has power of its own, and we don't need to say anything great or big or wise, but that like the power's in the cross and not in us.